Hello, beautiful students. It's your favorite sensei again here, Sensei Mohau. And today we are back with another video lesson where we'll be doing financial timelines. So now in this video, we'll be focusing on additional deposits and withdrawals. If you have not yet watched the previous videos, we focused on the introduction of these financial timelines. What is the effect of changing the interest rate, increasing the interest rate, decreasing the interest rate, withdrawing, adding more deposits into your accounts. So please go back to the two previous videos in this playlist, and then so that you'll get better understanding of what we are doing here. If you are new to the family, please press the subscribe button, like the video, subscribe, and welcome to the family. So without any further ado, let's dig in. So now here in this question, it says a savings account was opened with an initial deposit of 24,000. So now 24,000 is the initial deposit. Now 18 months later. So now here's the catch. If you are given the time in months, try to convert this to years. So remember, you're just gonna say 18 divided by 12. It's going to give you 1,5. 18 divided by 12 gives you 1,5, which means it's 1,5 years. It's 1 year, 6 months. So the reason why we are doing this is that here we know that the time period we focus mostly, or we work in years, not in months. So hence why you need to convert it. So he withdrew, the person, let's say Mohau, withdrew 18 months later, withdrew 7,000 from the account. Then calculate how much money will be in a savings account at the end of 4 years if the interest rate was 10.5%. Now, let's go to the timeline now. So first things first, remember, as I said in the previous videos, you have to check how much money was invested initially in the account. So it has 24,000. Then now, what is the interest rate in this 4 years? The interest rate is 10.5% compounded monthly. 10.5% compounded monthly. So here you can see that there is no change in interest rate. So interest rate remains the same for the whole time period. But, what is happening here is that there is a withdrawal. Remember, as I said in the previous video, when we have a withdrawal, it affects the amount of money we'll get in return after the investment. So basically, the withdrawals that you make will affect your interest rate. Now, let's start. Firstly, the what we have to do here, remember, additional deposits add more and add interest rate and but withdrawals decrease the return of investment. So basically, which means now that here, this 7,000 that was withdrawn into the account, it's not only just going to count as 7,000 subtracted. Remember, this 7,000 was going to accumulate interest. So which means 7,000 together with the interest that was going to be accumulated here on the 7,000 will be now deducted in the account. Ne? Remember that 7,000 withdrawn in the account will also affect the interest on that 7,000. Ne? Why? Because of it was withdrawn during the time period. Ne? So hence it affects the interest rate. Ne? So now, first things first, we are using compound interest. So it's 24,000 plus 1 plus the period is 10.5% compounded monthly. It's 12 times 4. Now remember, there were no changes in the interest rate, so we're just going to do it like that. But now there is a withdrawal. So now let's start first doing this, and then we'll do the withdrawal. Ne? This is for the withdrawal. Ne? Remember, as I said, that it's not going to be just 7,000 subtracted in the accumulated amount. It's going to also affect the interest rate on that particular 7,000 rent. Ne? So just remember, in future, if you have or if you open a savings account and then keep withdrawing the money, remember that it's going to affect the interest rate that you will get. So let's continue. It's going to be 36,460. Now, here is the amount of money that Mohau was going to get after 4 years. But unfortunately, because of, yes, we won't judge, and unfortunately, circumstances happen, ne? Unplanned, unforeseen circumstances, they happen. So I had to withdraw 7,000 into the account 18 months later. So now, let me find another marker. So remember now, 18 months later, it's 1.5. So which means it's 1 year, and in between 1 and 2 here, it was the withdrawal. Ne? I'm just gonna say W. Ne? So now, which means now, if I withdrew 7,000 here, the interest rate for this remaining 2.5 years are now affected. Ne? So let's say probably this 7,000 A was going to at least probably accumulate maybe 1,500 rands in interest. Unfortunately, it will not affect it, it will not accumulate. Ne? So now let's try attempting it. Ne? So remember the p value now here, it's the 7,000 that was withdrawn. P 1 plus I to the power n and t. Now it's 7,000 plus 1 plus. So remember the interest rate on that particular period was 10.5% compounded monthly. And now when it comes to the number of years, remember it is the time left. Ne? Remember it's 2.5 years. So it will be so let's punch everything in the calculator. Times 2.5. Oh, it's compounded monthly or quarterly. compounded monthly. Okay. 10,5, then it's 7,000. So now, which means now here basically we are just checking for this 7,000, how much interest would it have accumulated. So now this 7,000 would have accumulated up to 9,090. So which means now this 9,090 was going to be the interest that this person was going to get. This was going to be the amount of money that Mohau was going to get after withdrawing the 7,000. Sorry, after, if he had not withdrawn the 7,000, I was going to get this amount of money. Ne? Mara, unfortunately, which means now my amount of money that I will get at the end will be now 36,000 subtracted by this will now be the amount of money that I will get after the 4 years. So hence why I said initially or that if you withdraw money, you are going to affect the interest rate. Now, ne? Hence I said that earlier on. That now, if I didn't withdraw this 7,000, which means I was going to get good money, but unfortunately because I had to withdraw, then I'm losing. So it's gonna be A1 minus W, ne? So it's gonna be 36,000 subtracted by 9,000, 98,45781. So now I'm just going to do minus answer. See now, instead of me getting, now remember, if I didn't withdraw in the account, the only amount of money that I was going to get, the total amount of money was going to be 36,000. But unfortunately, because I withdrew 7,000 in the during the financial period, I now unfortunately will be getting 27,369,56 rands. Ne? Yeah. So that's how we do it. Remember now, recap. If you withdrew in during the financial period, now you are going to now do it in the timeline and just be like, okay, so if I withdraw here, which means so this interest on the 7,000 for the remaining number of years is now affected. Remember, hence why this here is 2,5. Why? Because of it's the remaining time here. Ne? Just remember that. So thank you again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So without any further ado, I am signing out, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for your amazing and lovely support. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like and share this video as much as you can. From me, your favorite sensei, it's a wrap. Peace out.